All right, so now let's try our second example of factoring using bottoms up. But this one's going to have a different little twist with these signs that we write over here, but we'll get to that in a sec. So the first thing, again, we're going to do is look to see if there is a greatest common factor. Is there a number that goes into 6, 5, and 4? And there is not. So now we're ready to start with listing our A, B, and C. And remember, our A comes from in front of the x squared term. In this case, it's 6. My B comes from in front of the x term, so in this case, it's -5. And then my C is the constant or the number without a variable, and it's -4. So if you remember our next step, we're going to do A times C. Well, in this case, it's 6 times -4, and that's going to give me -24. So up here, we got a positive answer, and now we got a negative answer. So this is where we got another little trick we're going to use with our signs. But we're going to list all of our factors twice, like we did before. So 1 and 24, 2 and 12, 3 and 8, and 4 and 6. So this one has quite a few factors. Oh, not x. That should be a 6. That's why you do math in pencil, not pen, but I thought pen would show up better, so forgive me, please. Thanks. All right. So the fact that this is negative this time, we don't want our signs to be the same. We want them to be different. So a little trick I use is I just zigzag my negative throughout my numbers, meaning I'm going to put negative there, negative there, negative there, negative there, 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 and there. So if you'll see, I just zigzagged my negatives throughout, okay? So now again, we're finished with multiplication. We're looking for the combination, or if we add these two numbers together, which one will give me what my B is, which is -5? Well, -1 plus 24, that doesn't work. 1 plus -24 doesn't work. I'm going to skip on down to this 3 and -8. If you punch in your calculator 3 plus -8, it will give you -5. So I know those are the two factors that I need. So I'm going to write those inside my parentheses. Signs are important. My 3 was positive, so my 8 has to be negative. Now remember, since my A was 6 and not 1, I'm not finished. So I've got to take that 6 and write it on the bottom of both of those numbers. And now I'm going to see if these fractions will reduce. Well, 3 over 6 reduces to x plus 1/2. And then 8 over 6 is going to reduce to 4 over 3. So up here, 1 didn't reduce at all. So that's when we went to bottoms up. That 6 came next to the x. And this one divided evenly into 1. So we were finished. Well, this one we're not. We still have fractions. So now we need to do our bottoms up. And that 2 is going to go in front of that x. And that 3 is going to go in front of that x. Again, keeping the sign that was inside my parentheses. So again, now do your quick little check. I'll go ahead and tell you that is the answer. I'm really finished. But do my little trick that I showed you. Multiply the two first terms. Well, 2x times 3x is 6x squared. So I am probably correct. And you are correct. Thank you.